Alright y'all, I'm back at it. I was starting to have withdrawals, took a pretty good break. It's time to make some progress.
So in my last video, you guys seen me put the painter rod on the rear end and get the brackets and everything tacked in. Then I went ahead and fabbed up another drive shaft safety loop for the rear of the car, so that way we can have two. This one up here and then the one in the back.
Dad took a old dash that he had that had some rust and stuff in it that wasn't going to be good for anything else, and cut the top off and then welded some flat metal down to the bottom, extended it out, and I went ahead and got it in here. After he done that, I was able to nail down where I wanted that bottom bar in the cage, and then we decided to go ahead and weld us up a bracket and get the steering rod put in. So we got that taken care of, now out of the way. And after that, it was on the shifter mount. So Dad went ahead and he put the shifter mount together, and I welded it up. We got it bolted on transmission so we could see where we needed to, well, actually where our shift rod was gonna land. So I got it kind of mocked up right there and was able to tell where we was gonna put our braces for the cross brace, and then the brace for our tin work to sit on. So I got that on this side here. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that on the other side, put another brace in here, so that way we'll be ready for tin work when the time comes. Alright, as you can see, there we go. I got the all that 1x1 structure welded in. Alright, next up's going to be taking care of this dash right here where it's kind of springboardy. I'm going to take some 16th plate, weld behind there, and take care of that. We'll have some tabs to bolt the bottom of the dash to, and take out that springboard. Alright, I'm going to take these pieces here, put it behind the dash, and then close up the gap, and then tack this tab to the side of the cage, and then I'll take it loose, and then I'm going to drill a hole from the back side of this hole through the back into the dash, and then I'll be able to close it back up, and then where my hole's at, it should be right where that bolt head is. So then I'll just weld the face of the dash to this bolt head, and that should take care of that. So with the dash stuff out of the way, as you can see now, it's got some primer squirted on it. There you go. And lay out there where the tack's going to be. Next on the docket was we're going to get the wheelie bars on this thing. I decided to go ahead and make some. I know in an earlier video I said I might not run wheelie bars for a while, but I thought about it and I figured why not go ahead and make some and get the brackets and stuff welded onto the rear end so they'd be there. So I went ahead and made me a template, and I got some stuff to go ahead and knock these wheelie bars out. All right, so this is the template for what the wheelie bar housing is going to look like. We're going to cut some 2x4 box tubing in this shape, and that's what's going to house our wheelie bar and bolt up to our aluminum flat plate. All right, so before I could get the bars in progress, I wanted to get this thing sitting more at a ride height where it was going to be, hopefully. And also get it on the right wheels and tires. Me and Dad went back and forth for a little bit whether we wanted to put slots on this thing like what was already on the back or put something else on. And so as you can see, the slots are sitting here, and we ended up deciding to put torque thrusts on this thing. So here's the car sitting at pretty close to ride height with the torque thrust D's mounted up. Looks pretty mean. It's got a 29-10-5 tire on the back right now. It ended up filling out the fender, and it looks pretty sweet. This is my material here after I cut out my housing. As you can see, this is the template, and this is where I cut it out. So next step was to take the housings and weld a piece of 1/4-inch steel to the top and drill a hole in it to make the bracket for the rod end to go.
Here's a shot of the wheelie bar housing bolted up to the flat aluminum plate.
So this is the final product of what the wheelie bars turned out. This is them mounted up on the rear end. Everything's ready to go. Just needs to be final welded whenever we blow this thing apart. So most of the most of the major fabrication is pretty well wrapped up on this thing. It's looking like the next thing that's going to be on the list of things to do is, I guess we're going to have to blow this thing all apart and try to weld up the cage. I'm going to have to pull the rear end out, weld up all the brackets and stuff for the ladder bars and everything on the rear end and get that done and dusted, and maybe get this thing painted up. Well, to get the chassis and the cage and the rear end painted up so we can maybe start putting it together for the final time. It's pretty good, been pretty nice putting stuff together and fabbing stuff up. I'm really not looking forward to taking it all apart, but putting it together for the last time and knowing that it's done and over with it's gonna be pretty nice. I am looking forward to that, and definitely looking forward to getting this thing where I can drive it at least. So stay tuned. It might be another month or two before I get another video out, but if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to be on the edge of your seat for a month waiting for the next video, go ahead and hit that subscribe. Thank you.